Latinia had just returned to El Paso from service in Iraq with the National Guard. She had many plans, including returning to school. She never imagined that those plans were going to change drastically when she found out she was pregnant.
I was very disappointed. I was quite upset. I didn't want to make it to be real.
Latinia was 3 months pregnant when she heard about Nurse-Family Partnership. She enrolled in the program and began to receive assistance, preparing her for all the stages of her pregnancy and delivery.
So basically the purpose of the program is for mom to have a healthy pregnancy, and we help them throughout that, taking their weight, their blood pressure, and as well as educating them on whatever they want to learn during their pregnancy.
Valerie visited Latinia in her home. Each visit, Valerie provided the support needed to deliver a healthy baby, including preventative health and prenatal practices, helping her find appropriate prenatal care, improving her diet, and preparing her emotionally for the arrival of her baby.
Every time Valerie came, she actually came with an agenda of what we were going to study. So I would read about what stage the baby is in, how they're developing, what do they look like at this time, plus she would share with me different apps and stuff to keep track. And so I would go through the apps.
Latinia delivered a healthy baby girl. For the next 2 years, Valerie remained in contact with both mother and baby, focusing on developmental education and care for both mother and child, encouraging parents to use praise and other nonviolent techniques, encouraging parents to stay in school, find employment, and plan future pregnancies.
So every time she came, it was a different lesson. She would have lessons about where the baby should be at what stage. Not only did she come to teach, but she did the measurements of her. She weighed her, checked her temperature, make sure she wasn't sick or anything. We do ASQs, which are developmental tools to help see if the toddler is or even the baby are in the area that they should be. And then if they're not, then we bring activities to practice with the baby or toddler. And so that way we can get them up to par.
Valerie also explained to Latinia the importance of breastfeeding and motivated her to breastfeed her baby.
So breastfeeding, it's so important. Not only does it help keep your baby healthy, but it actually can sometimes have a higher IQ on the baby, believe it or not. Another thing is it can help reduce cancers in the mom. I almost didn't think I wanted to breastfeed, but then when she started telling me about the benefits of it, I think that's what kind of encouraged me more to actually breastfeed. And what encouraged me to continue breastfeeding is when she gave me a little certificate for breastfeeding. Like, congratulations on breastfeeding. I'm like, oh, I get an award for breastfeeding. Well, let's keep this going.
Latinia also found the motivation to finish school.
Every time I turn around, she was asking me what my progress is on school. And I'm actually graduating next week. Yay, I'm excited.
After 2.5 years of building a bond with Latinia, it was graduation time.
I would say that this program really does help a lot of moms. So many women get affected, and not just bettering these women for them personally, but also it helps the community out. We're making a big difference even though it's in a small group. So I think this program is just so amazing because we're there to help guide these clients, and not just for their first pregnancy, because if they have a second baby 2 or 3 years later, it's going to affect that child too, and so on. Honestly, it can be kind of an emotional experience because you've been there for so long and seeing these clients from where they first started until 2 years later, and to see how many amazing changes they've done in their whole life. You can't make that up.
UMC Foundation provides the matching dollars required to receive the grant from Texas Home Visiting Program that makes Nurse-Family Partnership possible.